Hi people, my innovation back here again as always under as usual. I'm briefly going to treat a pagan god, specifically a Roman god by the name Vulcan. Now before I begin, you can find his Wikipedia entry linked in the description of this video. Um, I'm going to read a short snippet of it to give guys an introduction. Vulcan, in archaic retained spelling also Volcanus, both pronounced Volcanus, is the god of fire, including the fire of volcanoes, deserts, metalworking, and the forge in ancient Roman religion and myth. He's often depicted with a blacksmith's hammer. The Vulcanalia was the annual festival held on August the 23rd in his honor. His Greek counterpart is Hephaestus, the god of fire and smithery. In Etruscan religion, he is identified with Sitlans. Vulcan belongs to the most ancient stage of Roman religion. Varro, the ancient Roman scholar and writer, citing the Annales Maximi, records that King Titus Tatius dedicated altars to a series of deities, including Vulcan. So yeah, that's who Vulcan is in a nutshell. Um, Vulcan, FYI, is not related to any other deity because in the Wikipedia entry or section in the Wikipedia article, there are several connections made to him that hey, he's possibly that they're one and the same. So the Greeks had like Hephaestus, which I already covered. You can find his video linked in the end screen. Linked at the end screen of this video, sorry. But just an FYI, anything that is mentioned in there, no. Vulcan is his own independent deity, put it that way. He is again any similarities in attributes or appearances or anything like that is purely a coincidence, nothing more. I mean, every culture, especially back then, had its own the pagan ones or the ones that practice polytheism. They had their own gods related to elements of existence such as fire and stuff like that. You name it, they all had their own thing. But Vulcan, again, he is his own deity. He's like a standalone, he's his own man. He's his own pagan god, literally. Um, and yeah, his appearance is that of an old man, generally speaking, as depicted in the thingy. Not old man, but a bearded man, sorry. Bearded man that is like middle-aged, let's just put it that way, in his 40s, 50s at most. Just like when you click on the Wikipedia article, the picture to the right, that's indeed what he looks like as the description stated just now that I recited. Um, his tunic, he's wearing a tunic, and the tunic is red, unsurprisingly. Um, he also indeed has like the weaponsmith hammer. Also has a rudis with him. A rudis is like a wooden sword, like Romans gave it to gladiators as a symbol that they fought their way to freedom. It's essentially a symbol of enslavement, if you will, going from slave to free man. Uh, in any case, that's what a rudis is, as far as I recall. Rudus. And for the rest, yeah, everything that is mentioned in the article, generally speaking, blacksmithing, forging of weaponry, etc., as well as anything of a fertility-based nature. The whole concept of fire is more laid with an emphasis on fertility, as in both being able to fertilize soil. Because if I recall correctly, like lava or let's just say up any plot of land that has been like laced with anything similar to lava or has been burnt, the ashes and overall biological compositions make it so that it's the equivalent of fertilizing a plot of land in that context. So he also deals with fertility, specifically harvesting crops, growing wheat, and as well as the opposite, destroying them. Um, yeah. So again, all the things that he was worshipped for, or at the very least, the things that he was generally worshipped for, those things are indeed things that he brings to the table for practitioners that want to work with him and whatnot. Because I saw wheat around him as well. Everything that I just said, I saw it visualized. Wheat around him, Roman soldiers with their weapons, craftsman-like weapons. I do need to emphasize that he doesn't he doesn't govern or go over warfare. No, as in the utilization of weaponry. No, he goes over the craftsman-based aspect of forging weaponry and blacksmithing. So not the actual, not the things that you would do with the sword, but rather the quality of the sword itself and the manufacturing and the production thereof. And what else? That's pretty much it. People will be surprised to learn that he is lunar. Well, depends. In any case, he's lunar. But he also has a considerable Martian influence, unsurprisingly. So those are the two strongest influences. Dominant zodiac sign is Cancer. Um, oh yeah, and last but not least, um, I came about it, not literally, but what partially inspired me to do this video is because there is an astrological element, like an asteroid by the same name. I think that's where the name derives from. This god was the inspiration for that astrological celestial body called Vulcan, but I don't work with Vulcan. I mean, I don't work with that astrological body. I'm just saying that I saw it in my software like since a long time ago and I found it interesting. And they had the habit of doing so. That's why you have like you've got Pallas Athena, you've got Ceres, etc. These are all pagan gods. They essentially have given a bunch of astrological bodies in astrology the names of pagan gods, which is good, of course. I mean, publicity as a whole is nice. That's all. Bye.